Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to our weekly Forex focus. Now guys, I've got to say this. We are trading during a very difficult time in our lives. The presence of coronavirus or COVID-19. Now what does that has to do with the market? It has got everything to do with the market because it affects the market firstly. The economies of the world are affected by this, and that will have an impact to the currencies of the countries. So during times like these, we've got two categories of currencies. We've got the safe havens, and also we've got risk currencies. The safe havens are the US dollar, the Japanese yen, the Swiss franc. Those are the safe havens. That means during these times, they fundamentally have to be more expensive, or they have got to go up. They have to strengthen during these times. And currencies like the Australian dollar, the New Zealand dollar, the Great Britain pound, the euro have to go down during these times. It's supposed to be like that. Okay, these are the risk currencies and also the safe havens. So this affects the currency market. Having said that, we can start. Now this is the Euro USD. I have got to start with the wave analysis. Remember guys, last week I said that this on this side I'm expecting a move that is equal to this one. Now what does that mean? If you know wave analysis, now this move, sorry about that. If you know wave analysis, now a move, if it reaches 61.8%, it can be a complete move. It doesn't really have to go to 100% extension. Now this move has reached 61.8%. Now what does that mean? It means this can be a complete move. Now we are expecting an upward move. Now let's go to the supply and demand. As you can see guys, that we are here on the monthly demand area. Now as you know that on the demand area, you only look to buy the market. Here, this market reacted very well on this area. It pushed last week. As you can remember, I was expecting a correction and a continuation to the downside, but because I've got to be cautious, and also you've got to be cautious because of this area. Okay, now it pushed up to this supply area. Now, as you know that on the supply area, we look to sell the market. Now, the question is, having moved up because of the weekly demand area, now we are in the daily supply area. Now, the weekly has got more weight than the daily supply area. Now, we need to be very cautious on this point. There are two things that can happen here. We can get a correction maybe to this point, then we get a move higher, or a correction to this point, then we get that move higher. Okay, or else we get an impulse, as this is a supply, an impulse, then correct, a small correction, then we get a move to the downside. These are the two scenarios that can fold out. Okay, Mara, because of that we are in the demand area here, I need to be very cautious. I advise you also to be very cautious. There are two scenarios that can unfold here: a correction and a move higher, or an impulse, correct, then a move lower. There are two scenarios. You need to be cautious, expect those two unfolding scenarios in this case. Okay, so let's go to the Great Britain pound. On the Great Britain pound, let's start with the supply and demand principle. Now, as you can see that on the weekly time frame, you are in the down trend as we have broken here. Now, this principle says that if you break the demand area, you are expected to respect the supply areas. So that means waiting for this market to go up to this point, then you're going to sell it. But going on the daily time frame, this area right here, if you can see it, it's a supply area and it's broken. What does that mean? As much as we are in the downtrend on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame we're in the uptrend. That means I will be waiting for a correction, then I will be waiting to buy this market. I'm only looking to buy this market this week. I will look to buy this market this week. Now the correction, is possible that it can even come here, then go up. In all cases, I am a buyer in this market. What does that mean? Does that mean this market cannot go down to break this point without reaching that point? No, it does not mean that. But it only means that if it goes down from here to pass this point, you must know that I am not in that trade. I am not in that trade. I'm only looking to buy this market. A small correction, then a move higher to that point. This correction can even come to this point, but in all cases, I am a buyer in this market. Let's go to the Elliott wave. If you remember, guys, last week I said this is a complete move according to the higher time frame, as this move is equal to that move. This is a triangle, a symmetrical triangle, they call it some of the people. Now going to the daily time frame, you can see that we had this move, we had this correction. Now you will know that this correction we can say it's 1, 2, this is 2, now this is 3. I was expecting a 4, but the way it moved up, now I'm a little bit hesitant to call this move a 4. I want to say this is a complete move. This right here to this point is a complete move. Now we're starting an uptrend. Going to the 4-hour. If you can remember last week, I said to you guys, as much as I'm expecting a move down, I said I am expecting a move down. But I said this move that started here to this point is a complete move. This is an orthodox low. Now we had this move last week and this move we haven't yet got this move. Now I was expecting to get from this side a move that is equal to this move. That means I was expecting it to terminate from here and continue to the downside. But it didn't do that. It moved past this point and to even break a daily supply area. So what am I expecting this week? As I said to the supply and demand that I'm only looking to buy this market. We got 1, 2, this can be our 3. We are expecting a 4 to get a 5. After getting a 5, we can get a bigger correction, then for more upside. Going to CAD-yen. Let me do this, guys. Let me do this. I'm expecting a correction. Correction can be even bigger than that, then a move higher. I'm only looking to buy this market. If it goes down, know that I am not in that trade. Now, what does that mean? Am I losing money by not being in the trade? No. I've saved my money. I'm not here to follow any trade, every direction. No. I'm here to make money. If I see that the market gives me a structure that I don't know, then you must know that I am not in that market, because my first priority is to protect my capital, then make money after that. Okay, now let's go to the CAD yen, CAD Japanese yen. As you can see, guys, that we are in the monthly demand area. Now you know that in the demand area you look to buy the market. Now going to the weekly time frame. In the weekly, you can see the market responded very well to this zone area. Daily time frame, okay, fine, we've got this. According to, okay, let's go to the, we've got this. We know that the market responded on the demand area. Let's go to wave analysis. According to the wave analysis, if the market gives you something like this, you must know that it's ready. It's preparing itself to go down even more. But as I said, we are in the monthly demand area. You need to be cautious of selling the market. That means, what am I going to do this week on this market? I'm not going to sell it, even if it passed this point. You must know that I'm not in that market. I will look to buy this market. Why? Because we had this move. Now, there are two things that can be happening here. It's either it's the whole thing, it's a correction for a push down that is equal to this one. Okay, or this 1, 2, 3, let's make it bigger. This 1, 2, 3 is a 4 wave, then this is a truncated wave 5. Then this is a first wave, this is an orthodox low. This is a first wave, then this is a correction for a move higher. In all, I won't be selling this market. I'm only interested in buying this market. I will be buying this market. What does that mean? Does it mean that this market won't go down? No, it doesn't mean it won't go down. It just means that if it goes down, you must know that I am not in that market. I am not in it, and my money is what? Is safe. I'm not in this market to give away or to follow any move. I've got principles of trading. I follow those patterns. I've got entry strategy. If my entry strategy has not been met, I'm not entering the market. Simple like that. Now, what does that mean? It only means that if my entry strategy is not there, I'm not gonna get into the market to protect my capital. Okay, I will only look to buy this market, guys, this coming week. Even if there is this thing, I will only look for buy setups. Now you will ask that, but you said it's a pause. Yes, it is a pause, but it is in the monthly demand area. It is in the monthly demand area. I need to take consideration of that. I need to consider that. What does that mean? Does it mean it cannot pass this area? No, it does not mean it cannot pass. But you must know that I am not into the downside if it does. That's what it means. Okay. So guys, I will repeat that we are trading in the times of coronavirus that affects the market. Now, our currencies like Canadian dollar, usually during these times, especially against the Japanese yen, they go down because they are paired against a safe haven. The Japanese yen is a safe haven. Okay, so as much as I am expecting an up move, but I need to be cautious. And again, the structure gives me something like this. I can get a move equal to this one. But because I am in the monthly demand area, I need to be cautious of that. Okay. And also the bigger structure right here. This bigger structure, this can be a complete structure right here. For a move to the upside, a move equal to this move. Okay. So thank you guys. Please subscribe to my channel, to my YouTube channel, to get more analysis. Have a good week. Thank you guys.